So I got asked the other day, does spirituality require faith? Do you need to believe in something to experience spirituality? Well, I suppose first of all, you've got to look at what faith is. And maybe my interpretation of faith is that there's an overlying higher force that sees over this life, this world, this universe. And I'm from the yoga tradition, and they take a lot of things from the Hindu belief system, and also actually if you look at the yoga system as a practice, you maybe need to believe in the idea of prana, energy, chakras, energy centres within the body, which I didn't for many years, I have to say. I took it with a very big pinch of salt, but the subtle shift came when I didn't have to believe in feeling energy, feeling chakras within my body, because it became a natural living reality. I felt something that I had not felt before. So that doesn't require faith, because it's a living, actual reality for me. Now, I can tell you about chakras, about nadis, and you can believe me or not, but it's until you actually experience something. And I think that's the key to the question as to whether spirituality does require a faith, because if it comes from your mind, if you've got to conceptualize, intellectualize, you've got to think of a reality, well then it's just another thought in your head. So to define in a way what faith is, again, this is my interpretation, so respect to all of your thoughts and opinions, but it's when you're moved. When I'm moved, it's something beyond my mind, beyond my thinking mind, and it's an experience. And so on the spiritual path, there are many times where I've experienced something a bit up and beyond what I'd consider to be everyday, normal life, whatever that is. So there's something, I always knew there was something beyond just what I perceived to be this, and it is this phenomenal world around me. But then the tendency is you can be then looking too hard. If it requires faith, it needs to be believed in, and so you're constantly searching. So my advice would be to slow down, back off a little, and as opposed to actively seeking these things out with your mind, you open more to the experiential aspect of yourself. And so you don't need to believe in anything, because if you actually feel something, well then you've got your perspective on that feeling, on that living reaction. So does spirituality require faith? I don't think so. I don't think so, because if you have to believe in something, well then there's that idea of progression, a journey, and that detaches you. It takes you away from the here and now, from this present moment. And just to embellish a little, to go on a little bit more about faith, and again, all respect to you if you have a particular faith. It's your life, your path, it's your journey. But to believe in some higher power, to experience that something that is beyond our conceptualized idea of the world around us, well, just to simply sit here now. If you like, this is my church, this is my temple, to be in nature. I don't need to believe in nature, because it's all around me, and I am truly moved. I always am, by the simplicity of it, just to immerse yourself in nature and to realise as well that we're a part of nature. Again, that's not something that requires faith, it's a living reality. So spirituality and faith, you can follow ideas, guidelines, listen to what people say, but ultimately it's down to your own personal living experience of whatever arises, whatever situation arises, and to do so without grasping, without blindly just believing something, because you leave yourself open then to be misled, to be misdirected. So, does spirituality really require faith? Again, I don't think so. I mean, you need to define what faith means to you, but I would say this is to be present, to be open, and open to witness all that arises, and then it's your own discernment, it's your own personal enquiry as to what you experience. Oh, thank you.